Episode 3. The Smith family had financial difficulties when Lewis took over the family business. Their cash flow problem pushed them to the brink of bankruptcy. He told her then that he couldn't provide her with a stable life and future when the company was facing a financial crisis and would marry her when the company was back on track. She believed him and still remembered the promise he had made her after many years. With her identity, she helped him conquer the business world and became his advisor, making his name in the business world from a nobody just so that he could make her Mrs. Smith. She was hoping that her family would accept him once he had succeeded. She had never thought that the 3 years she'd spent with him was just a business transaction in his eyes. She was the only party in the relationship that had seen him as her true love. But for him, the relationship was just a trade. All her efforts and sacrifice for him were just a joke compared to what he had with Olivia Cruz. Biting her lips, Rachel pushed back the tears in her eyes with all her might. Still, they flowed freely down her face. The excruciating pain from her heart spread to every cell of her body. She couldn't help shuddering as the convulsing pain from her heart took over her organs and body. Standing by the side, Jane couldn't help letting out a satisfied grin when she saw Rachel's miserable state. "Rachel Gray, my brother would never marry a village girl like you had you not been bugging him for so many years. Get out of my family if you know your place." Rachel's heart sank after hearing those brazen words of Jane. "Did you forget that the success of your family is because of me? Stop spitting nonsense." Jane scolded Rachel as she pointed her finger directly at her. "Who do you think you are? Do you think you're some big shot? My family can still turn our fate around, with or without you." Rachel's heart continued to throb in pain. Was that what she was to the Smith family? That's enough. That would be all for today. Mrs. Smith stood up impatiently and walked toward Rachel. She looked at Rachel in disdain as if she was dirty and lowly. "Look at you, Rachel. You can embarrass yourself, but please stop embarrassing the Smith family." After that, Mrs. Smith greeted the guests with a broad grin. Rachel stood unmovingly as her eyes swept through the hall at the guests leaving the wedding she had been waiting for such a long time. How did it turn out to be a joke? Was this what she got in return after everything she had sacrificed? Was it because she had fallen for a man that never loved her back? Rachel slowly closed her eyes as tears flowed from the corner of her eyes. She felt helpless and weak.
Full story is available at novelpalace.com. Click the link in the comment section to get it free.